Welcome back. Well, today, June 1st, marks the start of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season as deadly Hurricane Dorian continues to linger on the minds of so many here in the Bahamas, especially on the islands of Abaco and Grand Bahama, which were hard hit by the Category 5 storm which struck last September. Well, Met officials say this year is expected to be an above-average season. Joining us now, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean with the latest. Basil, hurricane is a word that we certainly don't want to hear, but it's something we have to be prepared for nonetheless. What does this season look like? What do forecasters see?
Well, Keisha, the season all got started today. It is expected to be a very busy season that is above average. As a matter of fact, we have already had two named storms prior to the start of the season. We had Ada and we had Berta. Both were tropical storms which formed north of the Bahamas. Caused no problem for us at all, but it's given us some indication that this season is already a busy one. And there's another area right now that forecasters at the Hurricane Center are keeping their eyes on. If I can just back here a second, you can see well-organized shower and thunderstorm activity over the Yucatan Peninsula coming together quite nicely. They're giving this about a 90% chance of developing over the next 24 to 48 hours as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. And should that happen before Friday, that is, this will be a record-breaking season, meaning this will be the earliest we have had three named storms in any particular season. The earliest would have been in 2016 when we had two named storms. Well, sorry, it really started on the 4th of June, but should this happen by the 4th of June, this would be the earliest we would have had three named storms in any one season. And potential for developing very, very good. The waters are very, very warm in the Gulf of Mexico. This is expected to trek more towards the west once it gets developed, so it would not be any major problem to coastal areas of the United States, but certainly Mexico will want to be keeping their eyes on this system over the next several days. The predictions are out. We've had three of the more prominent ones, the AccuWeather, we had NOAA, and we had Colorado State University all issuing their early predictions. And the AccuWeather, they're going in for 14 to 18 named storms. 7 to 9 of those will become hurricanes, and in terms of major hurricanes, they're looking at 2 to 4. NOAA, that's the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, they are looking at 13 to 19 named storms this year. 6 to 9 hurricanes, 3 to 6 major hurricanes. Colorado State, they're giving you that punchline: 16 named storms, 18 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. We generally average 12 named storms. Out of those, 6 generally reach the hurricane intensity and 3 major hurricanes. But as you can see, Keisha, the season has already got off to a very, very quick start, and it seems as though we could realize these numbers quite easily.
And just one quick question, Basil. We hear the discussion surrounding global warming and the other factors that have been attributed to the intensity of the storms, but we also have now this storm starting earlier, a record-breaking year, as you talked about. Is there any discussion surrounding an early start to seasons of the future as a norm?
Well, Keisha, very good question. And looking at the numbers before I came in here today, you can see over the last 10 years or so, the numbers are picking up in terms of storms falling, developing outside of the official season, which is 1st of June through November. May being the major month for most of those development. We had over 50 named storms developing in the month of May outside of the hurricane season. So you can see it is not very frequent, but it's now becoming a little bit somewhat of the norm nowadays.
All right. Thanks a lot, Basil. We'll check in with you later.